Alright, we're back for more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Episode number 2, Reunion and Turnabout. We're on Trial Part 2. And, wrong button. Here we go. Okay, it's June 21st, 11:37 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Whew, that was a close one. Oh, so I wanted to recap about the music. In the last case, I mentioned that I had changed the music in this game. What I did was I found a hack that's on the Steam community forum where someone had taken the courtroom and lobby music from Ace Attorney number 1 and put it in Ace Attorney number 2 here. And the reason for that is that I don't really like the music for the courtroom and lobby scenes from this game, so I just wanted to bring the old music back in and put it in this game. And I also did it for Ace Attorney number 3, which will be coming up later. That game has better music, but unfortunately what's wrong with it is that the instrumentation really sucks. So I'm like, I don't want to hear all this tinny Game Boy music, so I just wanted to make sure that the music is something that I actually enjoy listening to. And I think you'll agree it sounds a lot better to just have Ace Attorney number 1 music. Anyway, back to the game. That was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Oh, jeez. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself.
But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you.
Thanks. Wait, tricked?
That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right?
By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sis's ghost will come after you and haunt you.
Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Maya? Mystic Mia, rather?
Because even I'm getting their names confused. Yeah, do you remember her, Pearlie? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher.
Oh, I didn't know that.
June 21st, 11:43 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Robble, 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 robble. Clack. Court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of...
I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy.
Yes, sir.
Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please.
Hey, Phoenix. Oh, I forgot how to do it. Southern drawl. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yowza.
Name and occupation.
I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine. That ain't fine. That's a whip. Yeah. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. No, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Witnesses' account. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down, and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for, you reckon? Of course I did. There's a joke about Southern people condensing entire sentences down to like one or two syllables. Like, jeet? Did you eat? Ah! Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. Here's the picture. Look at this photo. Shut up. Or rather, the judge says, How do I do the in the judge's voice? I don't know. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Lotta's photo added to the court record. Yeah, I don't know how to do a smarmy
Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Witness's account. Cross-examination. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. Hold it. Was it really only those two that went in there?
Objection. What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not?
Ugh.
Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them?
Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. I like this chick. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Your Honor, I move that I be disbarred for introducing this evidence against my own client.
Anyway, folks, only the two of... Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber.
Oh my God. You hear?
But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness continue. We were waiting outside the door, and then bang, we hear this gunshot.
Hold it. Was it really a gunshot?
Objection. Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. You were there, stupid.
Ugh.
Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot?
Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are you here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler.
I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you that was a gunshot I heard. Now, this is where the story heats up. Mr. Lawyer there broke down the door, and we rushed into the room.
Like Rennie Renwick. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke out the door. It's you, stupid.
Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then?
Yes, Miss Von Karma. I broke the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition?
No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man.
Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. I like seeing real men, too. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign.
And? What did you see once you broke in? Inside was the dead victim, and the defendant waving a pistol around.
Hold it. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey?
Sure, I'm sure.
Lotta seems awfully confident in her testimony. Press harder. Lotta, please, think back to the day one more time.
What you getting at?
Remember what you said when we broke into that room?
I was murdered.
Click. Lotta, at a time like this,
times like this are perfect for snapping up shots.
But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she
Maya?
When you saw the murderer at the time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct?
Well, you see.
Rubble, 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 clack. Order, Miss Hart. You are here to present accurate testimony.
Yeah, sorry.
Good. This shifts things back to my side.
For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. It looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. Guilty. I mean, the person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey.
Exactly.
Rats. And I'm trapped like one. Again.
I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room.
Do I have that picture in the... Yes, I do. Okay, what's weird about this is that she's over by the door instead of back by the curtain. That's very strange. Oh, what's also strange is that where that bullet hole would be in that curtain, there's a box right in front of it. So what the... I forget if that comes into play or not. Anyway. Hold it. Are you absolutely certain of that, Miss Lotta Hart? Sure I am. Sure am, but that old witch chased me out of the room, so... Old witch. Does she mean Morgan Fay? But there was no one else in there. And you know it? And you... There was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... Yeah, that's gotta be the only thing. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? What? Rec given? Huh? What in the... Rec given, you know. You reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone's hiding out behind that folding screen. If I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Rec given. I mean, I am having a little difficulty understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as rec...
Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you?
Just as I thought. There's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Clack. Enough. Guilty. I mean, it seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony.
At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey.
The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do? I just let this go. What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in this picture? I don't know. I don't know. Because I can't really see the sleeve. The sleeve was on the... Or the bullet hole was on the left sleeve, right? And the left sleeve is not very visible. Let's say it anyway. Actually, it is visible. Hold on. Your Honor. Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? Do you know what you're proposing? Yeah, that's just plain fool's talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support was just great. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to this court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. Okay, Wait, do I even have that photo? Do I not have the... Oh, no. Oh, wait. I have it here. Now, let's take a look at this photograph once again. Yeah, there's... You can kind of see the sleeve. Not very well, though. Take that. Yes, okay. Here is your proof. Objection. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of your wrong sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Oh, come on. Shoot, I guess I wasn't showing enough confidence. I don't know. I don't know. Sure. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to the court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. Okay, let's look at this again. I don't... Should I present this photo? Damn it. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Sure. If those two aren't it, then... Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. Clack. That's enough. Is it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious to this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense... Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Yes! Guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? And you're in the body of that kid. Great. That guy's is really disturbing. I don't like that. But Pearls. Her clothes are a little bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully one more time about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray.
Click. I was murdered.
What?
Click.
Lotta, at a time like this... Oh, she took 2 photos. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots.
You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle.
Mia?
Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully.
Clack. Now then, this court would like to end this cross-examination period. Hold it.
Please wait, Your Honor.
The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore,
It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that?
But I have some place I must go after this. Yeah. All right, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony.
Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about?
Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber.
Okay, you got it.
See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Witness account part 2.
When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections.
Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting.
Witness account part 2.
When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya.
So what did she look like?
You know, she looked almost like a different person.
A different person?
She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear.
Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else?
I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it.
Hold it. Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray at all. Stupid Phoenix.
I reckon that's possible. Objection. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe... Ow!
Foolish fool, spouting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it?
Sorry, Maya.
Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff.
Hold it. Didn't you snap a picture of Mia in the last game? And, even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer?
That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on.
She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers.
Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change?
Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice. Tag teamed in stereo. I guess I should be grateful. It isn't 5.1.
But I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot.
Hold it. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only 1 has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where is the other picture you have been withholding? Rubble, 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 clack. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Nani? Von Karma. Rubble, 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 rubble. Clack, 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 clack. Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Sanctions for you. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me in contempt of court? I have nothing but contempt for this court. You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Clack. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. Bullshit. How could you think... These pictures? The pictures were more or less the same, so I bother with the second. I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Lotta's photo number 2 added to the court record. Nice. I mean, what is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. Rubble, 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 rubble. Clack, 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 clack. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Insist. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in this picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body is taking on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Rubble, 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 rubble. Clack, 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 clack. Order, order! Everyone shut up! Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it! You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling. I think you had better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma? What do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a picture. I'm sorry, having a stroke. I would like for you to take a look at this picture. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me... Oh, nope, not going to reference that song anymore. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor's room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant... I'm sorry, Von Karma's still speaking. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant Maya Fey during her visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person?
She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. In fact, that spirit is here in the courtroom. Just look across at the other bench, you stupid judge.
It's unbelievable that she can...
Yet, it is truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling.
Does she call collect?
Miss Von Karma, a word if I may.
But Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence.
Do not call me Shirley. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place.
But you just did.
What is she... From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind.
I don't have even a single witty line.
It looks like we've been had.
Click. I don't claim to understand this, but I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya?
I'm sure I can.
Okay, Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture. Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction?
So, you think you've spotted the problem with this picture? Then earn your keep.
Why don't you point out exactly? I didn't even get to read that. But I know what it is. It's right here. There's no bullet hole. Take that. Please direct your attention here to the sleeve. But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there?
Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Rubble, 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 clack, clack. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Good. Someone else gets a penalty for once. Alright. This should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like bringing down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah! She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again.
Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
Jumping the gun again. I see. Your Honor, I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole here, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think?
Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion.
Poor Gumshoe. Clack. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. So, acquittal? The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot. Alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there is only one logical explanation for this contradiction. This picture's fake. The bullet hole is made later. The shooter is someone else. The picture is fake. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. It was a different person. What? Clack, 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 clack. Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. My argument is a complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You are the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. But look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even he is calling me by my full name. But how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around. That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix. So where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? To where did she disappear? Do not end a sentence with a preposition, Phoenix. I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if, before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those contradictions were true... Clack. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... What happened before we forced our way in? Something I can't explain. No, I don't think she left. I think... Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. Ooh, I think I made the wrong decision. Yeah, can I go back? I can't. Okay, because I see what it is now, and I just totally fucked up. So let's go with like something really stupid. Sir, take that. Please take a good look at this. Oh, okay. I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you're doing. I think it is the court that should be sighing at you, Mr. Wright. Ouch, that stung. Present another. Think it over again. I'm going about this is all wrong. I have to start over and try to think about things in a different manner. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left the room somehow? I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Clack. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is Maya had left the room. And I'll show you why in a second. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. And the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her Aunt Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than the detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. Okay, an old key, a green jewel center key grip. But this was in Maya's possession, right? And it was out of the room. It's gotta be. But that piece of information isn't here, and it should be, and I don't know why. Because it's kind of vital. Anyway, take that. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key is the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? That's kind of stupid. Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? Oh, what do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Oh, well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. Rubble. That's preposterous. Preposterous. That means that Maya Fey must have left the room. And if she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! Clack, 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 clack. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. Yes, it is. We have reasonable doubt. Come on. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a foolish fool like you. What a foolish case. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. Clack. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Clack. All right. June 21st, 1:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3. Wow. That was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes. I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened to that room, for instance.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A ticket?
Poor thing. So sheltered. We're gonna ride a train. To be continued. Good, because I need to go to bed. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another video shortly. So, see you then.